big excitement. Stay tuned. We're going to roll around this morning, this Friday morning. We're going to roll around and look at a couple of, I've gotten some calls this week for some new yards to take on, and one or two with some problems. I got some to put a bid in on, and I'll take you along with me and we'll check it out. And if we get through with that pretty quick, we'll roll around and get into some scheduled stuff. Stay tuned. This is going to be awesome. You get your popcorn now, because this is going to be good. All right, this is give prices on new jobs Friday, I guess. This was a country club that's gone defunct, and I think the Elks Club has bought it, but they want their plant bed sprayed, the turf sprayed, lots of plant beds, and there's a giant pond back here that I need to get somebody. I got a buddy who's got a one of these mowers that'll go out on the boom on his shovel loader thing, and I got him coming to take a look at this thing. Let's you and I take a look at it. Some more plant beds to be sprayed out. Just looking at this, I know I don't want to clear it off myself, but like I said, I got a buddy who's got a mower that goes on a boom that he can hang over and trim this stuff back, and then the idea would be to keep it sprayed and keep it in good shape. But it goes way around there and it turns the corner and goes back right over there somewhere. Yeah, this might be interesting. All right, we'll get this guy a price up for this place. If it comes through, great. If it doesn't, I don't really care. But I got a call from a lady who is not yet a customer, but if I can solve her problem, maybe she will be. She has some mysterious white spots in her Bermuda yard. We're going to ride over and take a look at it now. From the picture she sent, it sure looks like damage from a bleaching herbicide like Tenacity or Pylex in the Bermuda. She said no, she doesn't have anybody hired to spray the lawn, so it's kind of hard for a homeowner to accidentally get a hold of Tenacity or Pylex and spray on the yard. So we'll see if maybe she's got agriculture fields nearby or something like that. It could be runoff. That stuff's super mobile in water. We'll have to check it out. This one could be interesting. Heading that way now. Much an easy mystery as to what it is, but the why it is, we'll have to figure out. It is quite agricultural out here, but these are some pretty heavy hit spots. I'm going to say mesotrione or topramazone, Tenacity or Pylex. It doesn't look like drift. It looks like it was sprayed. I think he got a hold of the wrong stuff and didn't even realize it or something. But it's out in spots, almost like he was walking around trying to hit some crabgrass, and then up there on these edges like he was trying to put a border in or something. When she gets here, I'm going to ask if they dug these spots out when they started getting bad, or that it just died like that, because that's a heavy hit to just kill it like that down to the ground. And again, this speaks to the mobility in water or on a downhill. See, it ran down that hill right there. And this is interesting too. Like I said, they swear that they haven't sprayed anything or got into anything. There's a little path of it right there going from spot to spot. is all out here too. All these spots certainly look like somebody spot spraying. Arid spot spraying, leaky boom sprayer coming through the yard. I don't know. He totally sprayed that with something with mesotriol in it. They're farmers. They grow corn there. He mesotriol, if I'm not mistaken, is used in some corn herbicides. He either thought he was spraying one thing, was spraying the other, or he got a hold of a can with some residue in it to spray it. It doesn't take much, but whatever he hit it with, he hit it hard. So he sprayed that with mesotriol, I'm sure. Like I said, I'm using this Friday morning to kind of ride around and go to some calls that I've gotten this week, you know, for new customers or people that aren't necessarily customers that have problems in their yard. And I'm getting ready to go to one now that wants me to start spraying the yard. I'm going to check it out and give them a quote. While I'm here, I might go ahead and spray it if they're good with it. We'll see what this one's all about. I pulled up. I'm considering going the other way at Centipede. I got this little garage back here. Good Lord, what a building. It's cool. Anyway, Centipede, common Centipede issues, thin in the shade. Lesbidiza. Crabgrass. Not gonna get too worked up about crabgrass right now. It's the end of August just about. Celsius comes to mind for me for this. Investigating a little more. Lesbidiza, Virginia buttonweed, crabgrass. Got a little 818 down on it. About at the end of Centipede fertilizing season here, but I think today should be fine to hit it, especially to help it recover from what this herbicide's going to do to it. But I'll let her rip. This is my favorite Centipede herbicide right here. This is Celsius. You can go at about a 4 ounce per acre rate of Celsius out here. Should be good for what ails us. Gets a lot of the common weeds out of Centipede. You'll even get some species of crabgrass, so we'll see what we got here. Might knock some of it out. I'm not uber concerned at this point in taking the crabgrass out. Sneak a little D10 plus from Subvert. D10 plus. This really seems to help get these herbicides, especially things like Celsius, into the plant, making them super uber double triple effective. D10 plus from Subvert. The plus means extra. I guess that means the extra 10 there. The potassium. All right. To sum it up, we're going into Centipede. I got a little 818. I'm gonna put about 2 or 3 pounds per thousand of 818 out on it. Got 32 ounces an acre of depth 10 plus, 4 ounces of Celsius, and about 16 ounces of hook surfactant. All right, take that, Centipede. Hopefully I didn't kill it. Just the weeds. I'll check back on it in a while. Coming down in this neighborhood back here where that house was reminded me, I seeded and put a couple of rounds of fertilizer on a fescue yard, a backyard over here, and I never made it back over here to spray fungicides on. Let's stop and check on this guy, see if he throws rocks at me. Yeah, it's kind of thin in some spots. Oops. He wasn't mad with me, but like in the spring, I'd fertilize this zoysia out here. It's doing fine. The fescue's a little there, but it's not irrigated. But it still wants me to come back and reseed it in September, so we'll do that. Again, keeping with the new customer Friday theme, this is, I guess it's some Centipede and St. Augustine mix. There's some bermuda. Lots of weed pressure, bare as hell out here on these corners. Spurge. Might even be some Lesbidiza in that. That's Lesbidiza. buttonweed down the tree. Pretty flowers. All right, but I just talked to her on the phone. This is pretty straightforward. I'm gonna go ahead and smoke this one down for her and see what the future brings on it. All right. In going back and editing the video, I realized that I lost or didn't record the clip where I said what I did for this yard. I sprayed it with the Celsius and Depth 10 Plus, and I put Carbon X out on it to try to help the St. Augustine spread. She had some pretty good looking St. Augustine in the backyard actually. So what I told her to do was to get a pro plugger, and for her weekend projects, she could start plugging out of that good St. Augustine in the back and moving it to the front. And I think eventually she'll be pretty successful with that if she keeps up with it and then lets me come back and fertilize it some. We'll see where that one goes. This is a next day insert from that video. This is a Bermuda lawn. I took over at the first of the season here. It was a mess. I've been hitting it hard. We've been lucky we got some rainfall to be pushing along. You see I got the old permagreen out. I've been trying to spray most of my warm season stuff this week with the old permagreen because I've got the new one geared up to run fungicides. I don't want to run the same, this harsh stuff for warm season yards on. But actually I'm just going to fertilize this one. I got Carbon X in the hopper. It's going to be the last hoorah for fertilizer. One last attempt to push this stuff. But man, I hope I still got the before video that I sent my buddy Jay of this yard when I first got it, because we were competing for who picked up the worst new yard, and this thing was awful. But it ain't bad now, buddy. All right, we'll get to spreading. Look at that magic in there, translating the magic out there. See where I came back and did a vicious spot spray on some Dallas grass. Yard's about an acre.
I don't know, man. Do I win rough yard award? Back's even worse, but I don't feel like walking back there. Let's hope this does it.
Like I said, I'm geared up running both permagreens out here. Well, I'm in the middle of getting some fungicides in for cool season grasses, and I've answering some calls, spraying some warm season grasses. I got most of my scheduled stuff for this month, which is fixing to wrap up here pretty soon, done on warm season stuff. Like I said, today we're running around answering the calls I got this week for new customers, going and checking out some new properties. Looked at a fescue yard too. Well, I looked at two fescue yards, two new fescue yards going to schedule for renovation. I forgot to film anything there. Wasn't much to see, trust me. But double trouble back there. In the new permagreen, I put the, dang, I got it covered up. You can't see. Let's see if I can tip it up where you can see it. These are the agitators. Oh boy, I can't do it. But anyway, it's like a little elbow. I think I got some old footage of showing these in action, but these make a huge difference in stirring the tanks, especially if you're going out with something that you really need to keep in solution, a WDG or something. But I'll see if I can stick that footage in there. Stand by. You got the Permagreen Triumph, and you don't have the optional agitation pieces in it, in the tanks. I'll show you what they do. Pretty awesome, because in my opinion, without them, the agitation's pretty soft on the Triumph. But you add those pieces in, you can get them from Permagreen. The newer ones even come with it in a bag to add to it. Stirs it up, buddy. Tanks are dirty. I need to wash them out. I've been spraying humic acid today and some other goods, but that right there is the agitation jet, and there's one in each side, and it just screws on. It makes a huge difference in mixing the tank if you're using a WDG or you're for diamine, that fashion.
anything that you want to keep agitated, it makes a huge difference.
I got busy yesterday and, you know, didn't get a chance to finish up on much more video and on find a new job Friday. So we're gonna wrap up on this one here, and probably I'll get started on another one. Actually, I got some different stuff I got to do today. I'm gonna try to roll full force today to try to wrap up some fungicides, or at least put a good dent in them on the fescue, and probably start finishing up on any weeds I got in them now. I'm gonna need to take out and get out of the way, but you'll see that in the next video, hopefully, if I get time to get that rolling. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.